for Tooting has appeared on a platform with him 9 times. This man supports IS. He even shared a platform. Well, Mr. Speaker, I think they are shouting down this point because they don't want to hear the truth.
All right, those are some fireworks then in the British Parliament. Prime Minister David Cameron being called a racist after he claimed that Sadiq Khan, that gentleman right there, Labour's London mayoral candidate and Muslim, the Prime Minister is saying that that guy had links to a supporter of the Islamic State. Zuhdi Jasser is here. All right, Zuhdi. The Prime Minister was shouted down there, was called a racist by the left. How do you stand on this? I don't know quite how to approach you on this, but I mean, it's a British thing. But what do you think about this?
Well, you know, listen, the Prime Minister was trying to educate. This is a teaching moment for Britain. It's not just whether Sadiq Khan is Muslim. The question is, what is his stand on political Islam, on Islamism, the Sharia state? So his associations are not a coincidence. This is the guy who defended Amr, who was a Guantanamo Bay prisoner that he wanted released back to the UK, demonstrated for him, didn't call out his extremism. Sadiq Khan has also worked with an organization called CAGE in Britain, which has stood beside radical Islamists and actually has been discredited. He actually, on that CAGE organization, also called the ISIS activist Hamzawi a beautiful person, etc. So it goes beyond him, Stuart, simply being Muslim. It's his silence against the ideology of the Sharia state. He's defended Sharia finance. So as a Muslim who's working towards reform, Sadiq Khan is one of those Muslims who I don't see any signs is working on reform or acknowledging that the ideology of Islamism is the problem.
It would be considered a victory for Muslims if he were elected the Mayor of London, and he is likely to be elected the Mayor of London. It would be taken as a victory, wouldn't it?
It would, and this is the problem with identity politics and equating being Muslim with a race card when in fact it's an ideology. He's coming from the left, and actually he's playing to the right of Corbyn in London because Corbyn has been seen as his party has been sort of working with Hamas sympathies, Hezbollah sympathies, anti-Semitism, so it's easy for him to be to the right of that when in fact it's not about identity. Where is his position on political Islam? Where is his position on reform and whether we need to counter not just violent extremism, but the Islamism that infuses organizations that he's linked to, like Suleiman Ghani and others that Prime Minister Cameron has been trying to call light to and has been unfortunately inappropriately called a bigot and other things like that.
Zuhdi Jasser, thank you very much indeed for throwing some positive light on what's going on around the world. We appreciate that, Zuhdi. Thank you very much, sir.
Anytime.
Okay.